Stop for a second and be brutally honest with yourself. How many times have you looked at a woman you're attracted to, felt that instant physical pull, and then immediately tried to be the good guy by looking away, over explaining, or flooding the moment with politeness? You thought you were being respectful. But what if that exact reaction is quietly killing the attraction before it even starts? Today, I'm going to explain the uncomfortable biological truth most men never want to face. Attraction doesn't begin in polite conversation or moral checklists. It begins in the body, in milliseconds, before logic ever gets a vote. And if you keep suppressing what your own nervous system is telling you, you're handing her the reason she slowly loses interest. Stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why being safe without tension makes you invisible, and how to shift into the grounded, self-possessed energy that actually makes desire possible. Here's the raw, uncomfortable truth most dating advice refuses to touch. When a man first notices an attractive woman, his perception doesn't start with ethics, manners, or respectful small talk. It starts with the body, her shape, her movement, her energy, the signal's evolution wired into the male visual and limbic system over hundreds of thousands of years. This isn't perversion. It isn't immaturity. It's biology. The male brain is designed to quickly register visual and energetic cues of health, vitality, and femininity. Pretending this layer doesn't exist is lying to yourself. And worse, it's lying to her. Women know this very well. They've known it since they were teenagers. What they're really testing in those first few seconds isn't whether you notice, because almost every man does. What they're testing is how you handle the fact that you notice. Do you stay grounded and comfortable in your own skin? Or do you immediately disconnect? Look away guiltily? Flood the moment with over politeness, apologize with your posture, or verbally reassure her that you're not like that. That split-second decision reveals everything. When you suppress your natural response or drown it in compensatory, nice guy behavior, you broadcast internal conflict. Women don't think he looked. They feel he's not at ease with himself. And lack of self-ease is one of the fastest attraction killers there is. Here's the deeper truth that derails so many good men. They try to build desire through logic, effort, endless availability, and moral excellence. They believe if they're kind enough, attentive enough, emotionally open enough, supportive enough, and do everything right, she'll eventually feel chemistry. They treat attraction like a reward system. Input enough good behavior, get passion as output. That model is broken. Desire does not operate like a contract. It does not emerge from explanations. It does not grow because you checked every box. It does not care how impressive you are on paper, how stable, intelligent, emotionally mature, financially secure, or genuinely kind you are. You can be all of those things and still watch interest slowly drain away without a clear reason why. The reason is simple. You were speaking to the wrong part of her brain. Attraction isn't a conscious decision. It isn't a judgment. It isn't a rational evaluation. It happens before judgment, before thought, before language even enters the picture. By the time she can explain why she does or doesn't feel something, her nervous system has already cast the vote. Most men keep trying to win over the thinking mind, the prefrontal cortex, while the real driver of chemistry, the limbic system, amygdala, dopamine pathways, is operating on a completely different frequency: respect versus desire. The crucial distinction: you can earn deep respect through consistency, reliability, integrity, emotional availability, and moral alignment. Those are prefrontal, logical qualities, and they matter enormously for long-term bonding. But in the early stages of attraction, desire responds to something else entirely: tension, polarity, contrast, unpredictability, energetic self-possession. When those elements are missing, chemistry never fully ignites, no matter how good you are. This is why so many high-quality men end up confused and frustrated. They do exactly what society taught them. They listen deeply. They reassure. They clarify intentions. They remove all uncertainty. They make themselves fully available. They prove they're safe, and in doing so, they accidentally remove the very conditions that allow raw attraction to breathe. Desire requires space, it requires ambiguity, it requires the possibility of loss. When everything is fully known, fully secure, fully predictable, fully explained, and fully available, the nervous system relaxes into comfort. And comfortable, relaxed systems do not crave. They appreciate, they respect, they feel safe, but they don't burn. Availability. The hidden attraction killer. Constant availability is often mistaken for generosity or devotion. Psychologically, it signals something very different: low scarcity. The human brain, male and female, assigns value based on scarcity. This isn't a social game, it's neurological wiring. Rare things feel precious, abundant things get taken for granted. When your attention, time, energy, and emotional presence are unlimited and instantly accessible, they lose energetic weight. Her rational mind may genuinely value your reliability. Her body disengages because desire is not appreciation, it's activation. Predictability comforts silent assassins. Predictability is deeply comforting, but comfort is not arousing, at least not in the beginning. Early attraction feeds on stimulation, not safety. When every interaction follows the same emotional rhythm, same tone, same reassurance, same depth, same pace, her nervous system habituates. You become emotionally flat. Not bad, not offensive, just neutral. And neutrality is one of the most effective ways to kill romantic tension. The real misunderstanding about masculinity: too many men believe the goal is to be maximally safe. But safety without tension is invisible, it doesn't register. True masculine energy, the kind that creates polarity, is grounded presence. The ability to feel your impulses, your attraction, your interest without collapsing into guilt, shame, overcompensation, or people pleasing. The ability to be drawn to a woman without chasing her validation. The ability to stay centered even when the energy is electric. That's why the instinctive noticing matters so much. When a man senses feminine beauty and immediately suppresses it, redirects it, or drowns it in over-politeness, he leaks discomfort. Women pick up on that conflict somatically, through micro-expressions, posture, voice tone, eye movement, long before they can articulate it. They don't think he noticed her appearance. They feel he's not comfortable in his own skin. And discomfort with your own nature is profoundly unattractive. Attachment dynamics amplify everything. When a man pursues anxiously, seeking constant reassurance, over-explaining feelings, trying to eliminate every possible uncertainty, he often activates avoidance, even in women who aren't naturally avoidant. Why? Because genuine desire requires freedom. It requires the space to move towards something, not the feeling of being crowded or emotionally obligated. When there's no breathing room, desire suffocates. This is also why neediness destroys chemistry faster than almost anything else. Neediness isn't about wanting connection, it's about requiring validation to feel okay. The moment a woman senses that her presence is necessary for your emotional stability, something shuts down. Not because she's cruel, but because biology interprets need as weakness. A man who needs to be chosen cannot be deeply desired. Desire flows toward strength, wholeness, and independence, not dependence. Social proof and perceived desirability. Another mechanism almost every man underestimates: social proof, perceived desirability. Women are unconsciously highly attuned to how a man is positioned in the world, not just financial status, but social gravity. A man who is comfortable in groups, engaged in life, respected by other men and women, living with purpose, that man is automatically filtered as higher value. It's not jealousy, it's neurological efficiency. If others value him, he probably has traits worth noticing. Contrast that with the man who emotionally isolates around one woman. His world shrinks. His routines fade. His energy contracts. Her attraction contracts with it. Desire doesn't grow in small, closed containers. It needs expansion, movement, life. The fix isn't tricks, it's alignment. There is a world of difference between pretending to be busy versus actually having a full, meaningful life. Artificially delaying responses versus replying when you genuinely have the space. Acting indifferent versus being internally centered and self-contained. Women detect inauthenticity instantly. What matters is energetic authenticity, living in a way that matches your real priorities. What genuine alignment looks like in practice. You don't drop your plans for last minute changes, not to punish, but because your time has inherent value. You don't overinvest attention early because your focus isn't surplus. You express interest cleanly and directly. I'd like to see you again. Thursday works for me. Without begging or leaving it completely open ended. You're comfortable with pauses, silence, and space. They don't threaten you. You lead conversations rather than interviewing or seeking approval. You can tease lightly, disagree respectfully, challenge playfully, without fear of conflict. You sometimes end conversations or dates first, not as a tactic, but because you have places to be, things to do, a life to live. Every one of those behaviors quietly communicates the same powerful message. This man is self contained, and self containment is magnetic. One final illusion to dismantle. Many men believe that if they can just explain themselves better, attraction will appear. They think more words, more clarity, more vulnerability dumps will win her over. But attraction does not need explanation, it needs embodiment. You cannot talk your way into desire. You can only position yourself through your energy, boundaries, life structure, and calm self possession in a way that allows it to emerge naturally. Clear summary. Desire is not negotiated, it is triggered. It does not respond to moral effort or good guy checklists. It responds to psychological and physiological signals, healthy scarcity, energetic contrast and tension, grounded presence, self possession, social gravity, freedom from neediness. None of this requires games or manipulation. It requires brutal honesty with yourself first. If you suppress your instincts, you leak insecurity. If you chase validation, you signal need. If you abandon your own life for approval, attraction dies. The paradox at the center of all this is simple and powerful. The more complete, full, and self directed your life already is, the less you need romantic desire to feel okay. And paradoxically, the less you need it, the more naturally and powerfully it tends to appear. If this landed with you, and even if it stung, don't just feel it emotionally. Use it strategically. Reflect. Where have I over-explained myself? Where have I over-invested too early? Where have I replaced raw presence with excessive politeness or reassurance? Where have I shrunk my own life to make someone else the center? That's exactly where the real shift begins. And that shift has almost nothing to do with women. It has everything to do with you, with returning to a version of yourself that is calm, self contained, alive, and unapologetically grounded in reality. If this message hit home, drop "I'm shifting" in the comments. Let me know you're ready to stop leaking energy and start owning your presence. Have you caught yourself over explaining or chasing validation lately? Share it below. I read every comment. Like the video if it gave you clarity. Subscribe and turn on notifications. We're going deeper into authentic attraction, masculine energy, and the psychology of desire every week. Share this with a friend who's stuck wondering why doing everything right still leaves him invisible. He needs this wake-up call. This is Julia from Authentic Connections. Until next time, stop performing, start being, and watch how fast the right women start noticing the difference. See you in the next one.